Now John's disciples and the Pharisees were fasting. Some people came and asked Jesus, "How is it that John's disciples and the disciples of the Pharisees are fasting, but yours are not?" Jesus answered, "How can the guests of the bridegroom fast while he is with them? They cannot, so long as they have him with them. But the time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them, and on that day they will fast. No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. Otherwise the new piece will pull away from the old, making the tear worse. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise the wine will burst the skins, and both the wine and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskins."
Mark chapter 2, verses 18 to 22. I'm standing in front of the Chestnut Tree House charity shop here on London Road, Bognor Regis, and they have the most amazing bridal department. You know, the Chestnut Tree Hospice is the most amazing place. Our daughter Holly received so much wonderful care there over many years. She's now too old in order to go. And I was absolutely thrilled to bits when my daughter-in-law bought her wedding dress from a Chestnut Tree House bridal shop. What a fantastic thing to be able to do. I love a wedding, and Jesus describes himself as the bridegroom. You know, all Christian people are part of his bride. I've been trying to watch a TV show. I'm not sure if I can recommend it yet. Bridgerton. It seems all about a bunch of young women who are obsessed in getting the right husband. Well, Jesus won't leave anybody on the shelf. He says to us, "Will you take me to be your husband?" He offers us the most amazing relationship, the kind of relationship that God can have with his people. And for me, Jesus replaces any sense of religion. You know, often people think that I am somebody who is interested in religion. When I talk about my Christian faith, they say, "Oh, I'm not actually very religious." And they're a bit surprised when I say, "Neither am I." To be honest with you, I really don't like religion at all. I am a Jesus follower. You know, one of the differences between religion and following Jesus is that religion seems to be all about us trying to earn our way into God's good books. It's about what we do. Whereas Jesus says, it's all about what I do. He makes this illustration about what it's like to have Jesus, the bridegroom, at the party. He's saying that now is not the time for fasting, but feasting. Having Jesus with you is like having a wedding party. Elsewhere in the Bible, it's described as the wedding supper of the Lamb, heaven. What a wonderful banquet that's going to be. And then we have here in our section today in Mark, the illustration of wine, new wine, not being put in old wineskins. Now, new wine would carry on fermenting, needed some space. So it wasn't to be put in old wineskins, which would just crack if the wine expanded. Or an unshrunk piece of cloth wouldn't be any good on a garment. You know, just next door to the Chestnut Tree House charity shop here is what used to be the car phone warehouse. Now, I actually bought a phone here years ago. I found them to be very, very helpful indeed. They've now moved to Chichester. They helped me set up my phone. And a lot of people seem to think that when you have Jesus in your life, it's a bit like adding a new app on your phone. You know, it's an application that may sometimes be kind of useful and handy to do things. It's not like that at all. It's actually more like changing the whole operating system. It's a whole new way of doing things. It's not about how we can be religious to be acceptable to God. It's all about now Jesus, who says to us, yes, I take you to be my wife. Father, thank you so much that Jesus makes it possible for us to have an amazing friendship with you. Thank you that that is something worth celebrating. It's a feast and not a fast. Amen.